It's me, Alex, the stay-at-home reader, and I am headed out to my son's baseball game. He's already dropped off at batting practice, but I have a few minutes to film my weekly check-in, my TBR accountability check-in for my June TBR. So to reiterate, I don't typically make myself a TBR of like, this is what I'm reading this month, but I wanted to try it. And there was a lot of things going on in June that I wanted to read for, and then I ended up with this massive TBR or a pile of possibilities, right? Because there's no way it was all getting done in 1 month. And so to try to keep myself to that TBR, I was like, weekly check-ins. That'll keep me to it. So how did I do? I feel like my reading went better this week, this third week of June, than the second week of June. However, I don't know that I read all that much more than I did. So first of all, I took some stress off myself, and I think that made the biggest difference. I just went ahead and returned Ralph Ellison's Juneteenth to the library. I just couldn't get past that second chapter, and so as intriguing as the rest of the book sounds, that's going to be something I just keep an eye out for at a used bookstore. So I just let go of that. That helped. I continued on with this audiobook, These Ghosts Are Family by Maisie Card. I've made it to about 50% of the book, and I think I may be DNFing this also, which is crazy because I loved the first 100 pages. Absolutely fantastic. We've now jumped back to a journal. Like, there's a white woman discovering a family journal. Like, she learned that her family owned a plantation and owned slaves. Some review scanning on Storygraph, basically a lot of people were thinking the same thing, like beautifully written. However, they weren't interested in jumping back in time, like generation by generation. And then someone mentioned actually that this was originally published as individual short stories. And what's funny is that they then compared it to this book, The Things They Carried, which is a series of short stories that offer reflection on a single theme. And this is the book that I started and finished in this third week of June. And so this one was not on this TBR, however, it was on this TBR. So I still count it as a win. So this was a buddy read, and we'll be discussing it hopefully at some point in the coming week, so look out for that. The other thing I've been listening to is our Prisons Obsolete by Angela Davis. I'm actually going to try to finish this off in the car ride to the baseball game today. I'm not loving this. So I wanted to read this after finishing A Clockwork Orange, just because I wanted to explore more the prison industrial complex of the United States and get a little bit more history on the criminal justice system. And I don't think this is as in-depth as I want it to be. The other book I managed to finish this week is Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. And so this was, off of my Pride reading section of my TBR. This was CaribAThon. I've only ever heard praise from this, about this. I didn't love it. It's like, if a 3-star is like average, middle of the road, this is like slightly under that. And so I knew pretty much right away that this would end up being unhauled. So this is on its way out to my little free library. I've decided this is going to be my last TBR accountability video for June. It's my birthday week. My birthday is on the 27th, which is Friday. And so I'm just going to let myself have fun and return to mood reading. I have a couple ideas of things I want to read that are like just me books that I got for my birthday last year and haven't gotten to. And one book that was on my summer TBR last year and I didn't read. I bought it for myself for my birthday because, hold on, I'll show it to you. Okay, so on the day I was born, June 27th, 1986, a Friday, this movie, Jim Henson's Labyrinth, was released in theaters. So I have, last year I think, I bought myself, with some birthday money, the novelization of that movie. I absolutely adore this movie. I'm expecting to absolutely adore experiencing it in book form. So I'm just going to let myself have like a fun reading week. I also have a Labyrinth graphic novel I can read. And I have to read for my book club, which meets the last Wednesday of every month. And this month, the book is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I haven't yet started that, but I just got this Nook glow light on the No Buy Facebook page for my town. My Nook had broken, so I got this all cleaned up. There were some smudges on the cover, so I just slapped a bunch of stickers on it. And it is loaded up with lots of Project Gutenberg free ebooks, and I also added Dungeon Crawler Carl to this. So that's gonna be my focus for this last week of June. All right, so let me know in the comments what you are reading this coming week or the summer in general. I need to make a summer reading list with my kids. I also want to make a video, hopefully with my kids. They probably won't actually be in it, but I would like to go over the list of everything they read for their homeschool year as 8th and 9th graders. So that's it for today. I'm off to watch baseball. Wish us luck. This season has not gone great. I will talk to you later. Bye.